Hey guys, Darren Asbury here with Revital Outdoors. Very, very excited for another podcast this evening. Tonight's special guest is Mr. Eric Panzironi. He was the Angler of the Year in 2021 for the BFL Gator Division. He also won the very first tournament out of the gate last year on the Harris Chain Lakes. This year, once again, the first tournament is on Harris Chain, so he gets to defend his title. We're going to talk to Eric tonight, talk about the baits he used last year, the techniques and patterns that he used to win the tournament, and then also what he predicts this year. So we're very excited to have that. But before we get started, as you guys have been watching on our YouTube channel, these podcasts are a big hit. There's a lot of great information that we're just starting to discover from all of these BFL anglers. You know, Revital Outdoors is a proud sponsor of Major League Fishing, specifically for the BFL League, and it's really great to talk to all these anglers around the country. So be sure you hit that subscribe button to our YouTube channel because there's a lot of podcasts yet to come. We're going to be talking to several BFL champions, regional qualifiers, All-American qualifiers, and then anglers that have done well in tournaments that are, like last year, and then going to be fishing again this year in 2022. So make sure you subscribe to our channel so you get to be notified when all that content is going to be dropped. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring him in. Mr. Eric Panzeroni, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, Darren? Glad to be on.
Good. So you and I met last year. We became friends pretty quick.
Yep.
All around, probably one of the best anglers that ever fished in the state of Florida. You fished out of a 20-year-old boat. Your electronics are not up to date. But you know what? You have very good confidence and strong confidence in your equipment. You fish very, very calm, relaxed. You kind of break it down very simply. I mean, man, what really attributes to all your success? Everybody wants to know in the state of Florida.
Man, I just keep my head down and never give up, like Ike always says. And you just having a lot of confidence is very key, man. You got to go out there and know what you're doing, and finding the fish is very important too. I mean, of course, and if I can find them, I'm pretty good at dialing them in, figuring out what they want to bite, and triggering them, and trying to get them to eat for at least the time being there. But Harris has been pretty stingy last couple times I've been out there. We had a wave come in as spawners. That was pretty fun for about a week or so, and then that died down with the cool weather and everything. But other than that, man, I just love being out there. I try to live stress free and just go out there and have fun while I'm doing it.
Absolutely. You're one of the most relaxed, calm guys to be around. You've never met a stranger, and I think that attributes to your fishing too. I've seen you a few times fishing in practice and then in tournaments, and you're always very calm, very few rods on the deck, very little tackle that you're messing with. You've got to dial it in. I don't think you really dial into the fish. Eric, to me, you're an angler that just goes off what you have confidence in and you make it work.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I figured out that chatterbait bite not too long ago, a few years back, man. And that thing's totally been a game changer in my arsenal. I mean, I've put some big bags, and I'll use it 95% of the time, whether it's 100 degrees or when it's cold outside. It doesn't seem to matter as long as you can get them to fire up once, man. You can load the boat up pretty quick.
Awesome. So, well, last year we were just talking about it. Did the intro. You won the very first Harris Chain event. I think you had a little over 27 pounds, and that was a great start to your season. You ended up becoming Angler of the Year in the BFL Gator Division. Congratulations again. That was an awesome performance that you put on. I think your lowest finish last year was 32nd, which is, I mean, Eric, you've got the talent of an Elite Series pro, so that's unbelievable. So you had a really good year in the Gator Division, started out with that win. Talk to us about how you practiced for that event and how you went into that tournament, and then overall what you found and what was successful.
The week before I found it out there, there was a bunch of hydrilla out there last year. So, I mean, it was a lot easier to find fish, and especially when the weather got cool, you could actually catch them. This time to go around, there's not much grass out there anymore. But I found them out there, big schools and open pockets with some hydrilla around. And pretty much I found them on the live scope. I'd be going around just aiming that thing all around, and you'd see a pod of 5 or 6 fish, and I was taking a worm and just dropping it straight down on their heads. I mean, I was pitching maybe 3 foot off the boat, and going straight down into that school, and it wouldn't even hit the bottom, and you'd have a fish on. It was pretty unbelievable. It was a blast. And,
Okay. So you said you're throwing a worm. Are you throwing a Texas rig? Can I ask?
yeah, this Texas rig worm. Yep, I was just throwing a Magnum trick worm, and I was just you had to put it right in that little group of 5 or 6. If you saw like 1 or 2 fish, they wouldn't react to it. But if you saw a little group of them, then they'd hit it before it even hit the bottom. It was pretty cool.
Okay. So that's the Magnum trick worm. I've got a few tackle boxes here. Real quick, I'm going to pull one out of the Flambeau box. Big shout out to Flambeau. Great guys. Got one right here. So this is a big worm. I mean, this obviously attributes to big bites. Were you getting a lot of bites throughout the day, or was it kind of a mixed bag, or the bites that you did get were all, the quality? I mean, how many keepers did you catch?
I caught quite a few fish that day. I probably caught 15 to 20 fish, but they were all in different pockets. Like you had to move around with the trolling motor and find another one over here. There were just in little groups. The week before, there was a whole bunch of fish out there, and for some reason within that week, that cold separated them, and they weren't stacked up like they were. They just like went off in their own separate little groups of fish almost, and you just had to keep on finding those little groups of them. And if you dropped it down on them, it was game on. I mean, my co-angler had 17 pounds behind me, and like I had 25, I believe, and it was just a fun day. We were catching fish pretty much most of the day.
So you and I are friends, and you let your co-angler go out there and catch 17 pounds and beat me.
Yeah. I mean, hey, nothing you can do about it.
Hey, one thing I know about you, let's just back up a minute. To all the co-anglers out there that fish in Florida, it's a very, very fun time to come down here in Florida and fish as a co-angler. I've done it for several years now since I moved to Florida and got into the industry. There's a lot of opportunity for the co-anglers in the back of the boat. Fish your water. Don't compete with the angler in the front of the boat. And one thing I know about Eric Panzironi and Peter T and a lot of the anglers that fish the BFL Gator Division, even the Toyota Series anglers, they're around a lot of fish. Throw what you have confidence in. Don't try to, be aggressive toward your boater, and you're going to catch them. I mean, I think your co-angler finished second last year. You won the tournament. You guys came in with over 40 pounds in the boat, and it was, you like I mentioned, you run a little older boat. It's a 19-footer, so it was kind of weighted down in the back, and that's usually a bad sign for the other boaters in the field.
Right. Yeah, it was pretty crazy because, like you were just saying about co-anglers, stick with your confidence. He was catching his fish on this black and blue jig, and I had no confidence in that. I was like, are you really throwing that back there? And he just started wearing them out. I was like, wow, that's amazing. I wasn't expecting that one bit.
Right. So, well, I don't want to give away your area because I did see you throughout the day last year in the tournament. But I do have to ask, and for all the listeners out there that are probably curious, you didn't burn but about 2 gallons of gas last year. Am I correct?
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't that far at all, and I was surprised that there was not too many boats out there when I showed up. So I was happy about that. But it was a very short run, and it was made as much time as possible that I could out of the day.
I got you. So, well, you've kind of broken down last year. Let's talk about this year, man. You said you've been out there on the Harris chain this year. We just had a phenomenal Bassmaster College event that just happened this past weekend. The kids weighed in over 40 pounds in 2 days, and they weighed over 60 pounds in 2 days.
Right.
So they averaged 31 pounds a day. Unbelievable on the Harris chain. It's producing the numbers. What do you predict this year?
For this BFL, it's going to be cold all week, so I don't think the spawn's going to happen too good. I think it's still going to take probably 30 pounds to win. I mean, in these big tournaments on the Harris chain, it always takes big weight. It doesn't matter what time of year it is. So I would say 30 pounds, and you're going to have to find some spots in the morning to catch them quick because it's going to be tough throughout the day. If you don't load up the boat pretty fast in the morning, it's going to be a grind all day because it's not going to warm up at all. And a cold front on top of a cold front is never good for Florida fishing.
That's a fact. It hits him in the head. So I am curious, let's not talk about baits. Let's not talk about patterns. Let's talk about something else that a lot of anglers talk about throughout this year. What's a good boat number? Do you want that early draw and weigh in early, or do you want that late draw, weigh in late?
No, I'd rather have an early boat number, get to my spot first, and hammer them down first thing in the morning, and then just relax most of the day. Because, like I said, if you don't get on them first thing in the morning, it's going to be pretty tough throughout the day.
So what you're telling us, Eric, is you found some more juice and you're ready to repeat your title, and everything's going to be just dandy.
I was out there yesterday. I found a couple groups of them, so we'll see what happens. I hopefully they hold up.
Okay. Well, I don't want to know what you were throwing. That's your business. I don't want you to break down, what you found, but I do have to ask: how many rods will Eric Panzeroni have on the deck this coming Saturday?
I'll probably have maybe 4 at the most. I don't like to make it too difficult on me. And like I said, my boat's a little smaller than everybody else's. I don't like to be all junked up on the deck, so I grab my baits nice and easy and calm and go at it. I have a lot of confidence in what I throw out there, and if they're there, they usually bite it.
Yeah, well, I have 6 staged up right now as a co-angler in this tournament. I probably need to ask myself what I'm doing, because there's a good chance you're going to repeat your success. You've got more rods than I do, so need to kind of think about things a little bit. No, in all seriousness, that's really great. You've got it dialed in. Another thing I want to talk about with you is you have so much confidence, and that breeds so much success down here in Florida as a man that goes out and just does what he's confident in. Just kind of curiosity, you just hit it on a little bit. You said over 30 pounds is going to win. How many bags do you suspect will be over 20 pounds? And then also, what do you think it's going to take weight-wise to cash a check in this BFL Gator Division tournament coming up?
I would say 20 pounds, probably top 4 or 5 maybe would have 20 pounds, and 13 pounds might get you a check. I mean, that's what it's been averaging around. The high school kids were just out there yesterday, and they had 25 pounds out there, and that was pretty good, because I didn't think it was going to take that much weight yesterday with it being that cold after another cold front on top. So
Okay. So, well, I have to ask you, you're a Florida native. Is the Harris Chain your favorite body of water, or is there another place that you'd really love to go?
Harris is definitely my favorite, man. I can do a lot of different stuff out there. It's not like your normal Toho Kissimmee where you don't have ledges. You don't have. I like to crank in, chatterbait and stuff like that. I mean, that's what I like to do, and I just love the Harris Chain. It's got every one of those lakes, and it has the fish to win it. I mean, you just have to find them, and I'll pick a lake and just dissect it. I mean, I've been doing it for a couple of years now, and I'll find different stuff on that lake every time I go, and it's pretty cool what's out there. Okeechobee, I love me some Okeechobee too. We got a Toyota series coming up next week, so I'll be down there all week down there, and yeah.
Yeah, you're a very confident angler. So that being said, you're telling me that an angler can go to any body of water on the Harris Chain and conceivably can win the tournament. I mean, if they just if they put their time in and they practice and they don't go off preconceived notions or whatever, they can win the tournament in any one of those bodies of water.
Yes, sir. That is very true. Like those high school kids won out of Griffin yesterday. So, and like I said, yeah, I've had big bags out of every one of those lakes. So they live out there. It's just they're in different areas, of course.
Right. So, well, Eric, you give a lot of great information, a lot of good insight. Very, very excited for the tournament this weekend. Obviously, even though I'm competing as a co-angler, I'm rooting for you, buddy, just because you're a friend. You're a hell of an angler. You know how to catch them down here in Florida. Last thoughts. I just want to give you the time of day to thank your family, friends, any of your sponsors. I mean, right now, I just want to give you the opportunity to thank anybody that helps you, Eric Panzironi, as a angler on the Major League Fishing.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I want to thank everybody. Thank you for having me, and Revital Outdoors, of course. I'm a proud team member of you guys. All my other sponsors, yeah. I mean, I have a few that help me out here and there. Native Angler is one of them. That just joined them. 44 Tackle is a good one. There's Solar Bats, and just my family and friends and everybody that support me out there. I couldn't do without you guys. I really appreciate it.
You bet, you bet. And I'll also throw in Vex and Rods.
Check out RNF Marine and B&B Jigs.
Absolutely. B&B Jigs, great friend of all of us down here in Florida. He makes a heck of a swim jig. He's also kind of he's starting to make a flipping jig too. And then I'll give you one of your other sponsors as well that I know, Vex and Rods. You're one of the Vex guys down here in Florida, and that's just a hell of a stick for sure. So
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
You for sure. So, well, Eric, thank you for being on this evening, and man, good luck this weekend. We hope to see you win the title again for sure.
All right, we'll be going for it. I appreciate it, Theron. I'll see you out there.
All right, thank you, Eric.
Thanks, buddy.
Well, another exciting podcast with Eric Panzironi, just a native to Florida. He's all around one of the best anglers to ever fish the BFLs and the Toyotas down here in Florida. So we wish him the best of luck. And as he just mentioned, he's a member of Revital Outdoors. So we're very, very excited to have him on board and be a pro staff to our program. That being said, any anglers out there or avid hunters that are watching this podcast and you feel like you would well represent Revital Outdoors, be sure to check out our website. Hit the Pro Staff tab, and we have a link in there to apply to our Pro Staff program. We accept all applications. We would love for you to represent Revital Outdoors and be a avid believer in our product. So, remember, Revital Outdoors is a premium CBD company for all outdoor enthusiasts, whether you're a hunting or fishing outdoor enthusiast. We make a great product for you. Our products help in inflammation relief. They help you sleep better at night, anxiety relief, aches and discomforts in your joints and your back. Our products help you with that. We're 100% THC free and made here in America. So check out Revital Outdoors for all of our products. From Revital Outdoors, I'm Theron Asbury. Thank you for tuning in to another wonderful podcast. We will talk to you soon. God bless and be safe out there on the water.